At 37 weeks, I was able to get to 10 centimeters without an epidural, and I didn't think I could do it. Maybe these tips and techniques can help you. Dear diary, I'm scared.
Way back. Yeah, push up a little. Okay, good. Good.
So today I get to see my baby on the sonogram. Baby looks good, head is down. This could work. Trying to find an outfit for my baby shower. So right now I'm going to be doing my photo shoot for maternity. 34 weeks right now. The belly. I got laid off today. I said I would never, ever wear muumuus. We're back at the hematologist and my platelets are up. As I'm getting IV iron sucrose. So my blood pressure was high at my doctor's appointment after having the non-stress test. So now they have to monitor me for 4 to 6 hours. I just got my breast pump before my due date. The baby's having hiccups. Dear diary, it's B-Day. Today is my birthday. So I'm getting induced today, but I'm trying to start the process on my own. So I'm doing some curb walking. No more belly after today. Well, not as big. Oh, this is our room. Here we go. Okay, so they just checked me. We're settled in the hospital. I'm 3 centimeters and they're going to give me Pitocin. So to get this process started. Baby's looking good, head down and everything. So we shall see. Probably not coming today, but we'll be here tomorrow. So they just started the Pitocin, and I have a wireless situation going on here, which is nice. So I'm gonna be walking around my pole when the contractions really get pretty bad. But right now I'm having contractions, but not too bad, but we just started. So I'm just gonna try to breathe through it. See how it goes. On my little bouncing ball here. feeling good so far. They got me yellow socks. My favorite color. So far so good. I know it's gonna get pretty intense, but I'm not feeling it in my back, so that's good. So no back labor. So I'm going through contractions right now. But I'm watching my favorite movie on my phone to distract me while I'm bouncing on the ball. And my favorite movie, I downloaded it before I came here. What is it? Coming to America. It still makes me laugh every time, so that's been helping. Oh, I'm going through a contraction, but you know, it's okay. Just bounce a little higher. It's all good. I see it going up. Okay. My water broke while I was walking. And so now the contractions are super intense. No epidural. I'm just gonna try. I got the shakes.
All right, my love.
That's enough.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Alright, I'm gonna lift him. You're gonna take all the wet stuff and pull him down. Hi, little girl! You are amazing. You did so well. Wait, Amaya? No.
Aaliyah.
It was such hard work.
Oh, you are amazing. So amazing. Oh my god, of course. You're about to make me cry. I don't cry. Please, sorry.
Alright, so if you're still here, please be sure to hit that like button. It really helps get this video out there. So if you can hit that like button, it's greatly appreciated. So if you're anything like me, I was scrolling through YouTube trying to figure out how I can have an easy birth. I'm also going to share with you my birth story, a little bit of background because there are some funny moments. But if you just want to skip through the video, I'll leave some timestamps over here or in the description box. I value your time, so let's just get right to it. So what are the techniques that really helped me? It's very important to be positive. Like if you were like me and you were scared, I get it. I totally get it. So we go in, we do our checks. You know, they check your name, your date of birth, all this stuff. There's all these consent forms that you have to sign, right? And then they start your IV. I was there for an induction, so I had to go in because my blood pressure was getting higher than them being comfortable with. And so, and myself too, but I did do some curb walking, and that really helped open up my cervix, because just a few days prior my cervix was closed. Mind you, I'm at 37 weeks. My cervix was closed shut, okay, just a couple days prior. And so I did some curb walking, I ate some pineapples, and when they check me, and when they check you, I don't know, something about when they check you, it's very uncomfortable. Let me just say that. And I think it's more uncomfortable for me the way my uterus is set up, because, you know. Anyways, when they checked me, I was 3 centimeters. So, you know, you need to get to 10 in order to start pushing, right? So I was at 3 centimeters. You know, I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. So they get the Pitocin started, and I'm getting these contractions. Some of the things that really helped me was walking around. I walked around as far as I could. I did have like a wireless monitor, so I couldn't walk too far, but I just did the whole back and forth. And it helped me like just like moving around while I was having contractions, and bouncing on the ball. When I was bouncing on that ball, I bounced on the birthing ball I was so happy they had it. I bounced on the birthing ball, and I was doing certain techniques in order to get that baby lowered into, you know, open up my cervix. And then the next time they checked me, I was at like 6-7 centimeters. And I was like, what? Mind you, it was probably 3 hours later, because I had to get some medication because I had GPS. So 3 hours later, I was at 7 centimeters. And they were like, okay, do you want to get an epidural? I was like, you know, bouncing on the ball. Like, no, I think this is 7 centimeters. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm just bouncing on the ball, right? And so they were like, well, we can't wait too long for your water to break, because they were waiting for my water to break. We might have to break it if it doesn't break in a certain amount of time. And so I was like, bet I'm gonna get this water broken. So you know what I did? I walked my little ass back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like a crazy person. Nice and slow and steady, you know, during contraction, right? Holding that belly. And I was gonna go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden I heard it just felt like a pop. And then it was like oozing down. And I was like, oh, but it felt like relief, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my gosh, oh, my water just broke. I was telling my husband, he was in the room. It was just us in the room. It's like, my water just broke. And he's like, oh, okay. You know, he was all sleeping and stuff. And so that's when things got real. Like, I could deal with the contractions before my water broke, but when the water broke, the contractions got more and more intense. And it's like, thank God you have little breaks in between your contractions. So you probably like have a minute worth of like these intense squeezing pain. So I didn't really have back contractions, but the nurse did help put pressure on my lower back, which really, really helped, to be honest, while I was having contractions. And so they came in again. They're like, you sure you don't want an epidural? I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm at 7 centimeters. I'm good. Okay, right? Another hour later, they checked me, and I was at 10 centimeters. No epidural. I couldn't believe it. I was like, they were like, you're at 10 centimeters. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. I started to freak out. I don't think I can do this. I need an epidural. They were like, you sure? You're at 10 centimeters, you can push. I was like, no. I need an epidural, please. Because there was this, I'm gonna write it down here because I'm drawing a blank. But when my baby moved into, I forget what stage it was. It moved into a certain stage. I wanted to jump out of my skin. I literally was like, I'm done. I'm good on y'all. And everybody was like, you can't be done, right? You can't be done. We're not done yet. I was like, I'm good on y'all. They're like, okay, we can get you an epidural. So they took like, I don't know, it felt like 20 minutes trying to put in the epidural, right? And in between times I'm having contractions. So I'm like, oh my gosh, if I don't want to move, because you have to stay still. I don't want to move and, you know, damage something in my back. So that was a struggle. They finally put the epidural in. They're doing their checks, and I'm still screaming. The epidural failed. They're like, oh, we thought we got it in the right place. I'm like, no, I can still feel every contraction. No numbness, no whatsoever. And then the anesthesiologist was like, oh, you know? And they're like, do you want us to put another one? I was like, no. They're like, well, you might as well just push because you're at 10 centimeters. You might as well just push. I was like, I'm not ready. So they're pushing. So I'm pushing. I pushed for about an hour or so. I'm exhausted, you guys. I'm exhausted. I couldn't do it. My blood pressure is going and things are dinging all over the place. Mind you, I work in the medical field. I have an idea of what's going on, right? And I hear them whisper. The doctors were whispering, oh, can we try to give her another epidural? And then my doctor was like, nah, I don't think she wanted to do it. I said, no, let's do it, because I clearly cannot push. I was so petrified not being able to push this baby out because I felt like the baby was stuck. Like there was no movement. It's like my body was not ready to start pushing. Like, you really have to listen to your body too. When they induce you, they're like tricking your body into like using chemicals that are similar to the chemicals in your body that will make you move along in giving birth. So I just felt like my body was not ready, and I was like, no, you can do it again, but you better get it right this time. And then the anesthesiologist, all upset in his feelings, like, well, I would never try to not get it right, blah blah blah. Like, my husband was pissed. Anyways, the whole thing. So he was able to get it in, and which is great, right? But then they gave me a dose, and my blood pressure dropped. I literally was awake like this, like laying down, and then I just felt myself like this. And I could hear everything that's going on. I could hear all the staff coming in, and you know, my doctor's standing at the head of the bed giving instructions. I can see like all this movement. I kept asking, what's my blood pressure? And they were like, it's, you know, 70 over 40, it's 60 something over 30. I'm freaking out. If you know what your blood pressure is supposed to be, it should be around 120 over 80. So my blood pressure dropping that low is very dangerous. So I'm like, so the whole time I hear things that are going on muffled. Everything's like muffled. And then they give me medication, and what happens? My blood pressure goes too high. So I literally was like this, and I was like, you know, that kind of reaction. And then my blood pressure went too high. And then there was like this game of getting it to the right place. And so the whole time I was like, I should have gotten a Brazilian wax. You know, you're spread eagle. You know, I try, like, I think I got one side. You know, it's hard because the belly is so big, and you know, like, I should just had it professionally done or did nothing at all. I was telling them I'm hungry. Can I get my, like, sandwich that's in my bag? I was just telling them, like, if you knock me out, I will pay you. I want to. And they were like, yeah, we heard that all before. It was just crazy. So, anyways. So it's time to start pushing, and I'm pushing them out. Now I'm pushing along with my body. Now it feels relief. That's why I say, if you can get to 10 centimeters and push without an epidural, more power to you. I just could not. I'm proud of myself that I was able to get to 10 centimeters without an epidural, but honestly, I would be proud of myself if I even got an epidural. It's okay. You're doing a lot of work. Don't feel bad about it. I just wanted to just say that out the gate, because anyways, I felt more able to be present with giving birth instead of all the screaming and just ridiculousness that, you know, I'm having PTSD. Mind you, the best advice that I can give about the pain is it's so temporary. You're gonna have that beautiful baby, and you're gonna enjoy him or her. It's gonna be so nice. And I say that to stay positive. It really is mind over matter, because there was no way that I would have gotten to 10 centimeters if I didn't think I could get there. I really believe my body could get there. And if things change, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Trust the process. Ask questions. That's the best thing I can tell you. Anyways. So then they have this mirror, and they get the mirror, and they're like, we want you to push this certain way. You got to push like you're having a bowel movement. And that's what I did not want. I did not want to have a bowel movement, but it happened. Whatever. And so they were like, you're doing good. I was like, really? They were like, yeah, that's what we want. I'm like, mm-hmm. And my husband's over there. He was just like, wow. Well, I was like, please just don't say anything. He's trying to be encouraging and things. And anyways, so they put the mirror, and I'm able to see the baby's head go in and out. I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. This is happening. And so I push and I push and I push with all my might. And I was able to have my baby. And it was such a surprise because we didn't know what the gender was. I can only guess because this pregnancy was so different than the other pregnancies that I have. I could only guess based on the dreams that I was having and just the symptoms that I was having. And yeah, I was pretty surprised. So that's my advice. Create your team, research as much as you can, ask questions to your medical staff or your midwife. You can also, if people refuse to do things, you can tell them, can you put it in my record? Can you write that in my record? That's one of the things that I've valued about, I had a previous pregnancy and I was like, can you put it in my record? Because I would ask for certain things like, I think I need an x-ray because I can't breathe, right? Because I was just so paranoid about things. And they would say, no, we don't think so. I was like, can you put that in my record? And you know what they did? They gave me that the x-ray. So, I mean, was it an x-ray? I think it was. This was after delivery, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying that just so that you can cover yourself, because they're like, they have to put it in. Like if somebody, like when I was working in the hospitals, if somebody says, can you put it in my record, I have to say, and patient stated blah, 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 right? I'm not saying that they will necessarily do it, but they're supposed to, okay? So just know that. And so, yeah, so that's my birth story. So yeah, I wish I got a Brazilian wax, spread eagle. Everybody was in there. There were so many people in there. And if you're at a teaching hospital and things go down, yeah, there's gonna be so many people looking at you, woo-woo, woo-ha. There's so many people looking at my woo-ha. I wish I got a Brazilian wax. I really do. I tried, you know, I think I got one side because, you know, the belly's so big, it's hard to get in there, you know? And I literally was trying to pay people to knock me out during, you know, once I got to 10 centimeters. I literally was like, I will pay you to knock me out and I will not sue you. And they're like, we heard that all before. Anyways, let me know what you thought of this video. Oh, actually my phone's ringing. Hello? Yes, this is she. Okay. You want us to bring her to the NICU?